Hello, people. So, we weren't actually planning on putting this reaction up on YouTube. You're gonna see an intro once we're done with this footage from the phone, or clearly we just wanted to put it up on Patreon because normally to get reactions up for music videos, you have to watch it and then pause it, talk about it, watch it, pause, talk about it, and we just wanted to watch it the whole way through. And even if we did jump cuts, it would probably still get blocked worldwide. There's a link in the description box for you to just watch the music video reaction. Then you can come back here and then watch our review, our thoughts on it, or you can have fun in real time and watch the first 2 minutes of this intro and then go to the music video reaction and then come back and watch the review. However you want to play it, all right?
If you've already seen the video and you just want the review,
yeah,
stick around.
Just stay here. John does music video reactions at our Patreon, uncut, weekly, I'd say. We just didn't want to do the whole pause and stop, whatever thing.
We don't want to get called out on the next album. I want reaction videos with your arms crossed.
I didn't even think about that.
Avoid beef. I don't want a diss track.
Anyway, yeah, no, we really like talking about this song, and I'm rarely in the music video reactions with John, so did want to share this one with you guys. I hate music and comedy. Anyway, guys, enjoy. I heard the song. I think I heard the whole album when I went to the gym. It's a great fucking album. Tension and Why. Have you heard the song yet?
Yes, I've heard it once.
So you heard the song. We haven't seen the music video. I have a feeling based off what's in the song, what we might get glimpses of in the video. Based off some titles too of that are on these notifications. But yeah, it's Eminem, and I like this more than the Kamikaze album. I really like this album a lot. This is the way you should do it. I think it takes pressure off of him to not have to promote it and have all this hype and anticipation leading into it. So that way when it comes out, you just judge the song. You're just like, oh, it's here, As opposed to, what's it gonna be like? What do we expect from the album? All this build up, and then he still kills. Anytime he does this, he kills it, Yeah. And even though I heard this song first before I heard any of the, because I thought it was just a song that was released. Then I was seeing on Twitter they released a whole album. I was like, what? And most of the songs are not like this one.
This is more down.
So I was expecting, is this like a really somber album? But it's not. It's a great fucking album. There's some really great songs on there. Some really great beats.
Yeah, man. Ed Sheeran's back.
Yeah.
It's like, gotta give you a second chance, buddy.
There's some really awesome tunes. Anyway.
Boogie.
5 minutes later.
Wow.
My man's is using his platform.
Yeah. Okay. Now it makes more sense to me why he chose this song first.
It's bold. It's definitely a way to kick in the door and grab people's attention in a way you might not have been expecting.
I didn't actually hear with the news report and the song. It starts to play, and I chose not to listen to that because I was like, it's probably going to be in the music video, so I'll just skip it for now. Not gonna lie, I was a little bit late to picking up on. It wasn't until I was watching this I was like, oh, he's talking. This song is specifically about the Las Vegas shooting. I didn't pick up on that for some reason, even though he mentions Vegas in the beginning. I was more pulled into when I heard it lyrically. There's a song he has on the Recovery album called 25 to Life, which is a song that sounds like a breakup song the whole way through, like the first 2/3 or something, and then you find out that it's really about his relationship with hip hop and not with a girl. And here I was more caught up in that idea. It's like he's done his songs back in the day, like the Encore song. I don't know if there's a video for that actually, but he shoots the crowd at the end or something. It's fucked up. But in this one, I was thinking about how it sounds like, he's getting ready to do a show. Because I didn't watch the video, I just heard the song. It sounds like he's getting ready to do a show. Then you find out that, he's not getting ready to do a show, he's a shooter at a show. And so more of that mislead with it. But I feel like this music video makes it very evident up front. Not up front, but earlier on that, no, this is not Eminem preparing to do for a show. Maybe at first it's trying to mislead you into thinking that, but then it puts you into the mindset.
Well, I wondered if it was borrowing some parallels, because there are definitely a lot of, especially that one sequence of bars where he's talking about taking a bunch of shots and round after round, and there are a bunch of these word choices that apply both to guns and also drinking. And so I felt
Good
like
call,
for the
yeah.
first 2/3 of the song, at least, you can look at that from both perspectives, because some of it did seem personal, and I'm wondering if what he's drawing a parallel with is the kind of loneliness and anguish and isolation and substance abuse and you know, what those things might have done to factor into an event like this, because you know, it was a music festival, and so you have a bunch of artists probably in a similar position, just getting ready for the show, you know, wanting to do a good job. There aren't that many people, but then switching the perspective, I need to go back and kind of read all the lyrics and see how everything flows. But yeah, it also reminded me of Hammerhead, that song by The Offspring, that has a similar structure where, like, for the first 2/3 you think it's about one thing, and then you find out that it's about a school shooter at the end in the last verse, when the song like really takes a turn and ramps. So yeah, this kind of reminded me of a rap version of that, and yeah, just all the double entendres between prepping for a show and then prepping for, you know, it's like the same reason you wouldn't want to go out when there aren't that many people is maybe the same twisted reason, or some kind of, there's a link between that and like the guy waiting for the place to be as populated as possible. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, it's a heavy song.
And there's a lot of interesting layers to this idea of him choosing it. It's something I'd like to hear his commentary on.
Yeah.
Because I don't know the specifics of the Las Vegas shooter. To me, it registered a bit as drawing general parallels between a lot of the shooters that have occurred, because there are so many. There are shootings that just fly under the radar now that occur. Before it was like, it's a big event that everyone needs to be aware of. This is important to talk about. But a lot of times shootings happen now that people will be like, what? I didn't even hear about that.
I was in Hollywood recently, and across the street at the W Hotel, there was a wall of police vans. And apparently they were having, I think it was the Gay Porn Awards, but there were 2 gunmen inside. And they caught one, and they were searching for the other. And that was like mind-blowing to be like, this is just happening across the street. And it seems like they have it under control, but also, you know, there's only finite control you can have in a stitch like that.
And also for the song, because to me it didn't seem like I don't know if he like read up on the actual shooter and then based the, you know how there's like Eminem Stan, which doesn't sound like it's based off of an actual fan, but his idea of how he interprets the psychology of certain kind of obsessive fans. And it seemed like this is how he sort of interprets the psychology of these shooters, of course, specifically using the Las Vegas event, because it's a concert, and I wonder too, you know, with that ending moment, is that something Eminem fears happening at one of his shows?
I gotta imagine, yeah.
It's because at the end when he goes out to, then there's a crowd there. Because at first, when I first heard the lyrics, it sounded like, is this another one about him talking about how he feels like he might be a fading star because of the people? I thought the show would be sold out. Apparently, it's not. I mean, the music video visuals really amplify that he's someone observant. They keep looking at the guns. I'm talking in terms of just lyrically, and also to do this song, while it puts you in the perspective of the shooter, I'm really glad he also topped it off with the messages of the text at the end. Awareness, this is a real problem, and not a way to be sympathetic for the shooter, but also to be aware that there are a lot of undiagnosed, untreated mental illness cases. Like there is that, I don't remember specifically what it is, but there is that line in there, something about how mental illness, he's not.
Oh,
he wouldn't
yeah.
have been aware thought.
He had no prior convinctions, you know, clean mental health bill or whatever, you know, so it's like really easy for this guy to just go get a gun because there were no signs.
Yes, exactly. When I started realizing that this is a percent of a shooter, I'm like, how are people going to be pissed off at Eminem for doing this?
I wonder what the responses have been, just because, and you know, like this is the first impression, so I'd be curious, just to go back and peel some of the layers and compare like the lyrics to the video. And kind of, just see like what gets reflected visually and what, you know, maybe becomes more clear.
Well, I don't feel like he's trying to, not Slim Shady days of provocation.
Yeah.
You know, killing bitches.
Provocation with purpose.
Yeah, exactly. I don't feel like he's just trying to rile people up. He's like, this is a Slim Shady song, you know? This feels like something that has a real point to it. Like, it's weird because the other songs don't make me like that.
Yeah.
Granted, it's, a lot of times you're listening to a whole album. I'm not the kind of listener that always absorbs every lyric. A lot of times I'm getting caught up in hearing the flow and the beat and stuff. But a lot of the songs are like super badass, really cool. And so I think it's pretty awesome for him to release this song. To surprise people with such an important, and it's not really part of the conversation as much as it should be. It's something that just people just seem to have just gotten used to as another problem,
Yeah, well, and for as much gun imagery as there is across the genre, I do think it's a bit like Taylor Swift released a song last year that was, sort of an advocacy song for LGBTQ rights, which didn't go over amazingly because, people were sort of questioning her comparison of her own struggles to the struggles of the gay community and all that stuff. So she had a similar kind of message that didn't seem to fly over as well and seemed like it was a little late. And this, again, I don't know how people were responding, but this seems, even with the controversy, to be timely. And even if people do get upset over some of the lyrical content or the way in which, it segues from Eminem's perspective ostensibly at first to the perspective of the shooter, I feel like this will grab people in a definite way. I feel like there's a lot to get riled about or to dissect. And just the fact that he came back and is using his platform to be like, we gotta address this. It seems on the more bold side for someone in his position to do that,
Yeah. Even though you get that little brief imagery of Trump on the TV screens here, it's not just another "fuck Trump" song,
Well, and what I like about the TV screens is you have the whole chaos. You have the anti-gun people, you have the pro-gun people, you have news reports about shootings, you have a Trump, you have all sorts of different facets of the conversation, which is so wide and chaotic, and that contributes to why there's no progress right now. Which is mind-blowing. I remember I was listening to the radio over the course of a month or two, and the speed with which they were able to crack down on vaping in general, for the kids was mind-blowing to me. It's like they, in a matter of a couple months, they, made changes. They got the flavored stuff off the shelves or whatever. And the whole purpose, the whole, crux of the argument was, we gotta do it for the kids. And I'm like, where's this gusto with the gun debate? Because children, and this was a concert, so I imagine a lot of young people were there, It's mind-boggling.
I'm curious to see what some of these comments are. Can't murder a show nobody's at. This line hits harder the second playthrough. I mean, going off of this, what is currently the top comment, my takeaway from this comment is actually the latter part of the sentence. Listening to it a second time through, I think is actually more powerful.
Oh, yeah.
Because of, like I said, I feel like I'm kind of repeating a point here. The music video makes it a lot clearer up front, but just listening to it on I think it was smart to actually release this one with a video first, because that way people can absorb the message better, as opposed to, how do I put it? There was a part of me when I first heard it where I was more like clever, as opposed to really taking away the point.
The impact.
Yeah. Because I was like, oh, it's about a shooter, not about Eminem about to perform at a concert. You know what I mean? Which there is that layer here, like I pointed out. Well, but I think the second time through, when you know what the song's really about, you'll pick up on more of the deeper aspects in the first half of it, I think.
Yeah, you can probably decode a lot of the wordplay and double entendres more finely, and I don't know. This is my second listen, but this is the more focused of the two. And I mean, there is a lot of talk about the media and what that does to us, and feels like it appeals to and is sort of probing, just the darkness that does exist within all of us, which I think helps to sell the more personal first half of the song, because we know Eminem experiences this kind of darkness, has his substance issues and whatnot. Then to, not to say that he's the same as this guy, but, this person has clearly had some kind of void or darkness too, and we all live in the same society with the same shit flying at us all the time.
Well, that's the whole point of the mental health portions of this, of people really need help, and we need to be encouraging about that too. It's like, this is multi-layered, I think, and really do respect it.
I appreciate that. It's a song I think that a lot of people will have a lot of opinions about, and will be a conversation piece, and I think that's a good thing. you know.
Yeah.
And it, like again, even if there are arguments against like the tastefulness of the song or not, I feel like that still serves to kind of get a conversation going, and that's a decent use of controversy, you know.
It's better than him replying to Nick Cannon.
Yeah, like that's not a great use of controversy, you know. That is
This is what everyone was waiting for.
yes.
Is this it?
Is this the Nick Cannon diss?
This is not the Nick Cannon diss at all.
I don't think he's got to worry about that.
Dude, fucking YouTube destroyed Nick Cannon. Have you seen the dislikes on those videos?
No, but I don't assume
Jesus.
they're very high. I don't assume they're very
likes
favorable.
yeah, the dislikes are through the roof.
You know, like...
Why go after Eminem? Especially if you're Nick Cannon. Come on, man.
Well, yeah, you know, like MGK just did it, and you know, he's a more established rap presence at the moment than Nick Cannon is. So, not that Nick Cannon doesn't have a presence, but, you know...
I mean, Nick Cannon's a hard worker, but when you compare the rap image,
you're like, why
you
are
got
you going up against
Eminem, lethal disser, and then you got Nick Cannon, star of Drumline, ex-husband to Mariah Carey, host of America's Got Talent. Come on,
there you go. There you go. That's
whatever
the
that
cred.
Nickelodeon was. He on Nickelodeon, or is his name Nick Cannon?
Yeah, I mean, he's been around since he was like a young teenager. I feel like, so maybe he may have been on the Nick.
Well, guys, what'd you think of this song? More music video reactions to come. My rare appearance on John's music video reactions.
That's right. Thanks for coming by, Craig. I appreciate you.
You're welcome, John.
Yeah.
It's Eminem. I gotta be here.
Anytime there's an Eminem joint out,
Get hit with that darkness. Get hit with that darkness.
I think there is a Venom reference on the new album in one of those tracks.
Yeah. It's been a lot of references.
Oh, good.
Yes, did the usual.
Yeah, man.
Just talk about pooping at one point. Yes, did right? Toilets.
Oh yeah, I gotta get your shit joke in there.
Yeah.
It's, euthanasia, like.
Well, I mean,
kids in
this
Taiwan.
roof. That song dropped the world. Like what's the beginning lyric of this? The walls are closing in or something.
Something like that. Yeah.
And then they dropped the world with the one he did with Lil Wayne. This roof was caving in.
Dude,
Walls are closing in.
there's a lot
Yeah.
of
You're
similar-
repeating your shit. I know you made like 800 songs.
You're going to have some
But this
overlap,
sounds
but I don't
too
accept
similar.
that. Similar.
Did you rhyme you and true again?
Nah.
And two?
Fire and desire. Fly and touch the sky. Those are two rhyme schemes I feel like you need to fill out an application for now before you use them.
But seriously, guys, listen to the album. It's great. If you're an Eminem fan, I think you'll be satisfied. I really did love that album.